Day 2 of KSLA Sports on the road in Florida, or Louisiana Sports, big Louisiana Sports weekend on the road in Florida. Whatever which way you put it, we are here for the second consecutive night tonight in Tampa, just wrapping up between the Saints and the Buccaneers. And we know coming into this weekend that the Saints, yes, were in the postseason, but we did not know in what capacity. A division crown on the line for tonight, win and end. Buccos obviously trying to not make lives any easier for New Orleans. On the contrary, the Saints trying to go out with a high. Alvin Kamara, tremendous tonight for New Orleans, putting on a show. But at day's end, Jameis Winston, in a much scrutinized 2017 season, ends the year on a high, coming up big in the closing moments, finding Chris Godwin, and Tampa Bay survives. New Orleans ends the season on a low.
Whatever their best punch was, it should not have been enough. For them to get a win against us, again, that's on us. Everything that we did, we weren't able to capitalize on some turnovers at the end of the day. There was turnovers left on the field.
Well, at that very moment, though, the Saints were not sure, with the seconds ticking away, if they were going to be division champs, they would need help at that point. But ironically enough, we'll call it maybe even less than a minute after the Saints left the field, so did the Panthers, taking a loss. Carolina is done. Their divisional hopes are done, I should say. They're going to be a wild card, the Falcons defeating the Panthers earlier tonight. So here's how it all shakes out. Next weekend, New Orleans, your NFC South Division champion, will play host to the Panthers in the 4-5 matchup. On the other side, the Rams, the 3 seed, will play host to the Falcons.
I don't know that it's advantage or disadvantage. I think it happens all the time, though, right? I mean, I can think of all the years I was in New York. We played the Eagles a couple different times, and Dallas. I mean, it's pretty common. So, look, Carolina's a tough opponent. I'm sure both clubs feel like they know each other to some degree, and but I think it's pretty normal.
As for the Cowboys, as we know, things are done. They walk away with a victory today. Dak Prescott, a late touchdown pass. They end the season with a winning record, but it's hard not to feel like what could have been for this 2017 Dallas Cowboys squad.
For us, we'll pull back and look at everything, how we're doing things, who we're doing things with, and make strides. And we'll get into that, quickly here in the off season and get refocused on what we need to do in 2018 to take the next steps.
I mean, I've just got to continue to get better. There's not one aspect of my game that I can say if this improves, we're going to be the most prolific passing offense there is. So I mean, it's just all around.
And how about this for a little segue into 2018? A team not going to the playoffs, but has been to the playoffs under this guy. Many people actually around Tampa are familiar with this guy. John Gruden on his way reportedly back to the Oakland Raiders to take over as the head coach. Jack Del Rio fired earlier tonight after Oakland finishes 6-10 on the season. Some reports are even saying that in addition to getting the head coaching gig for Gruden, he could possibly have a ownership stake in the team. And of course, as you know, the Saints are only the appetizer for a big weekend in Louisiana sports. For here, the KSLA Sports guys in Florida. Rashad is in Orlando having a look today at a big afternoon in activities. No real hard hitting or contact, more fun and pumping up the fans in attendance. Everything along those lines. And with that, let's head out to my dear friend, Rashad.
That's right, Casey. We're just a day away from the Citrus Bowl. LSU taking on Notre Dame. Both teams 9-3, trying to pick up that 10th win. And today, they had that final talk at this morning's press conference. It was Coach Brian Kelly and Coach Orgeron.
Obviously, against LSU, this is not our rivalry game, but it's a marquee matchup. It's a team that we respect. We're similar in a lot of ways, very physical. Programs are similar in a lot of ways, storied, rich tradition. A lot of great coaches have coached at both LSU and Notre Dame. A lot of championships have been won.
And their defensive presentation, 3 down, aggressive off the edge, press coverage, they're really dictating how they're going to play you. They're not sitting back. It's not we're going to bend but don't break defense. This is an in-your-face, physical, fast defense that, they're going to force you into errors.
We talked a little bit about the business, the ins and the outs of the game, but we also had some fun today at the pep rally. Both LSU and Notre Dame brought their bands and their cheerleaders out, and they spent some time with the fans.
Here we go, Irish. Let's beat them, boys. Let's beat them bad. Go Irish.
Hey, I want to thank you for being the best fans in all the world, man. I want to tell you something, and we're going to need you tomorrow. Our boys are ready now. We're ready to get after these fighting hours behind, I tell you that. Hey, this is what we're going to do tomorrow, okay? We're going to let them in, and we're going to lock the gates.
I looked over in the crowd and I saw a special fan, Greedy's mom, Greedy Williams, picked up 5 interceptions and led the league in interceptions this year. And she just excited about all of the kids from our area performing well.
I'm just so super happy. He worked so hard. I feel as his mom, he was underrated, overlooked. He got his opportunity. He went in there, he took it. Shreveport put us on the map. And he just awesome. Greedy, number 29. Competition, I guess they think is not there, but it is. So they better continue to recruit down in Shreveport, Louisiana, the 318 area, because these boys are putting us on the map. And then when you get them, they might not be a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. They go out and do their thing because they play with a chip on their shoulder.
So there it is. Will it be LSU or will it be Notre Dame? We'll all find out sooner or later. But you can follow us on our Twitter page at KSLA Sports, and we'll keep you up to date when we're not on air. But for now, in Orlando, I'm Rashad Johnson. Back to you.